There we go. Are we live? Says we are. That Clipsy in first?
I don't know, I'm out the back here, yeah. I've already ridden this.
Oh, keep in mind, everyone, this is the top 6 riders from the East and the top 6 riders from the West that will be clashing this week, this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time /8 EU. And yeah, this is the track for the playoff round. What's up, ZR? Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you in the chat.
Ooh,
we're gonna go over the lobbies real quick. So it is invitation only. Keep in mind, it is invitation only. So, like I said, you did have to place top to get invited to this round. So we're gonna go over the points real quick. So we got the East Coast winner, Mike DeWild, with 140 points, riding for Team Art. Cowboy riding for the OGR squad with 119 points. So, like you said earlier before it cut out, Adamaz, Zira, you weren't online, buddy. I was looking for all the league guys that were online. But like I said earlier, Mike has to show up. He has a 21-point lead, so it's not guaranteed that he's going to win or that he's going to take the overall. He has to show up. He still has to race. He still has to put in a decent moto. He could lag out. Anything can happen at the end of the day. It's a 30-minute plus 2-lap moto. It's going to be the longest moto of the year. It's going to test a lot of the riders' concentration. I think it's going to be probably one of the most entertaining races to call for you, Adamaz, and I know you're really pumped up for that. So
yeah, no, I'm pumped. We got 30 minutes plus 2 of the best 12 riders on the East Coast and West Coast for the YBR. So, and this track's technical. You got some off cambers, you got some big jumps, you got some real tight sections. So, personally, I don't think the track plays into anyone's hands. I feel like it is going to be a case of who gets the start and who can stay smooth the whole time. But we've seen rides from Mikey where he's come from the back. We've seen rides from Cowboys where he's coming from the back. So those are your 2 front runners. But then you got people Clips. You got people Mathis, like Force Math. Like it's not going to be a whitewash by one of the 2 top guys. I don't think. I feel like there's like 4 guys who can win it realistically.
I totally agree with that.
Let's just remember that just because Mikey is like championship leader, he might not go into the playoffs with the #1 plate. So there's a lot to play for. I'm looking forward to calling it. 30 minutes. It's a long moto, like you said, a long time to keep concentration for, but these boys are the best of the best, and I'm sure they're going to go at it for 30 minutes plus 2.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be very, very entertaining to see. Personally, I'll say what I'm running right now. I'm running a really low 149, a 149.1. I know we got Clipsy running some 147s. You got Force Matisse running a 146 I've seen, which is absolutely insane. I feel like I'm on my limit when I'm hitting a 149 and Force Matisse MXGP of Germany. And I mean, it just puts in perspective the pace that these boys have. Is I was on rails for half of my moto battling with Force Matisse, and Force Matisse would pull on me and he would go down and I would catch up to him, but then he would pull on me again and he would go down and I would catch up to him, and that's, I think, last moto that I was Force Matisse is a perfect example of consistency can win you races or can get you to the front even if you aren't running the fastest lap times. You know what I mean? Like, I was running 2 seconds a lap slower than Force Matisse, but I hung with him for about half the moto, and it was only because I didn't go down. He would pull, he would go down, but then I would catch up on him because he would go down. So, like, this 30 minutes plus 2-lap moto is going to be something crazy to see, because you're going to see people lose concentration. I mean, 30 minutes plus 2 laps is a very, very long time, and especially on a track like this where there's big jumps, there's a lot of turns where you got to drop it into first gear. You got to click through those gears, get back up. You got to, like this section right here, they're dropping it in the first, and then these guys are going to double or triple depending on the drive that they get. So Force Matisse right there, it goes with the double, and Clipsy goes with the triple. So right there is a perfect example of those sections are going to be very important. And I'm just really pumped up to just like see these boys go at it, rewatch it. I know you're going to be calling it. And but yeah, so let's just go over the lineup real quick. So keep in mind, like I said before, it is invitation only. You had to qualify to get into this race. So we got Mike Wild with 140 points leading it. You got Cowboy in second with 119. Then you got your boy Clipsy with 116 points, riding for the OGR squad. The rookie. And then you got Force Matisse, another rookie for the OGR squad with 107 points. So those are the top 4 boys. The top 4 boys right there, all in the hundreds. The next person after that is Chris Allen and me. And we're tied at 92 points. So me and Chris are going to settle. And once again, 2 OGR boys. And these boys are going to, like me and Chris are going to settle it, man. We're going to settle it for that top 5 position. Me and Chris, you know, really good buddies. Chris has been riding for that OGR squad and the OGR brand ever since he got into league racing. So he's been with us since 2022. I mean, me and Chris have a really good relationship. We can talk our shit and chuckle about it and bang bars together and know that we respect each other. And I'm just really excited to duke it out with Chris. Just very excited for that. After that, you got Samuel YZB, the one and only JGR rider. And for the JGR squad, it's really good to have a JGR guy on there. I mean, JGR is a really well-known team. I'm sure you could agree with that. They're more of a smaller team. They used to be bigger. They run leagues. They have a team, kind of like OGR. Yeah, those boys are gonna be really proud that they still got someone, you know, representing their brand in the playoffs. So shout out Samuel YZB for making it.
Yeah, they got Sammy in the 450, and obviously we had Shooter, who's won motos and been in the top 3 in the Pro Stroke. So, you know, they might not be a big team, but the 2 guys, the main guys that they got running for them, you know, really flying the flag for them. So.
Exactly.
Just going back to you and Chris a little bit, I think Chris is sort of, I've said it on stream, I think he's sort of flown under the radar a little bit this year. Count him out, if that makes sense, because, you know, Chris can show up at any point. So.
And exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the top 4, like, realistically, I think on this track, riding around it now, I think the start is going to be crucial, and especially for a 30-minute +2, because those 4 boys out front, like, you know, Mathis, Clips, Cowboys, and Mikey, they're going to throw down for half an hour +2. Like, they're not going to shut off. It's going to be full gas. So, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think, again, like you said, it will come down to concentration. It will come down to who wants it most, really.
Jesus Christ.
Who can sort of dig deep.
And you can see those lap times right there, and that's just a 5-minute moto right there that we just ran. We'll get you to invite ZR to the next moto. But you can see Force Matisse running that 146, like I was saying. I don't know if there's another guy right now running a 146 on that track.
Can he run it 30 minutes +2? We haven't quite, you know.
Exactly.
Haven't quite seen that yet, but you know, solid going on solid time and watching black and white.
Exactly.
He's the fastest going.
God damn it. I'll make that lobby again. But going on to finishing the lineup, so then we got the Ashley Racing Team owner Shire sitting there with 78 points, tied with Samuel YZB. So those boys have something to race for as well, as they're tied in the points, and they got something to you know, finish themselves. See who's going to end up on top. Personally, I mean, Shire has great speed, great consistency, but personally, I do think Samuel YZB might have him. You saw Samuel YZB last weekend missed the 3-point race and showed up for the main and put in a solid top 3 ride. It just proves that you know, it just proves that, like, these veteran guys, you know, they can put the game down for a bit and they can come back and they can still really, you know, show these young guns what they got, you know, and just, like, once again, just spices up the field just that much more, you know what I mean? And let me get some invites out.
You know, Sammy's like he had an experienced rider. He's won championships. I feel like when it comes down to crunch time, he can also go fast. So,
exactly.
I mean, these 12 guys that we're going to go through, like, the field is stacked.
Yeah. ZR, you're not appearing online, but I'm still sending you an invite. But let's carry on. So then we got ZR. His rookie season on a 450. I want him to get into this lobby here. I don't know if he's online. I sent him an invite. But ZR is just, you know, he's a rookie. We didn't know what to expect out of him coming into this year. It is news, I guess I can put it out there. It is news. He did just leave ART, so that's kind of a big deal. Don't know what team he's on yet. It's kind of let's throw up something. We'll throw up Thunder Valley. But yeah, I mean, ZR, I really don't know what to expect out of him. I don't know how much time he's putting in this week on that track. But once again, ZR is a guy that can run top 5 and run the pace with these boys, you know, day in and day out. So keep an eye out for ZR. He will be coming out on a new bike for this playoff round. New team. Don't know if he made a team, if he joined a team, but on his Instagram, he did post a picture of him on a Cowie. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I really, really like that.
Not many Cowie teams. He's sort of not giving much away either, so we don't know if he's doing a privateer setup or a team coming for. I don't know, but it'll be good to see.
Right.
To see what he's doing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Right. Going down the list, we got Hustler King riding for the OGR squad with 74 points, so he's 3 points behind ZR, 4 points behind Sam Weisby and Shire.
Definitely shown his glimpses this year. Like, he was running top 3 for quite a lot of the races in Germany, and you know, hasn't, due to like little things like, you know, crashes and rider errors and other riders. Like, the thing with racing, and especially this, is, you know, the guys at the front are so fast that if you drop the bike a couple of times in the first lap, like, they're gone.
Exactly.
It'll take some sort of rider to, you know, really come through the pack and get through. But yeah, no, Hustler definitely shown glimpses of what he can do this year, and I hope going into the playoff again, he could be up there as well.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And right below Hustler King, we got Roy Vandigo for the ART boys with 56 points, and Velt with 48 points, rounding out the top 12. So we split up the East and West Coast a little late this year, realizing that we're sending about, I would say, 4 to 6 riders on average home. They weren't getting into the night show or putting in all this time in the week, so that is the reason why we split the coast or the 450s up. And Velt and Roy were some of the guys who didn't quite make the night show every day or every weekend, and that's why their points are a little lower. But at the same time, Roy is a really well-known rider, really fast and consistent. Yeah, really fast and consistent, especially on those GP tracks. So Roy's just a really, you know, you don't really know what's gonna come out of Roy. Looks like Chris got a start glitch or something. But then we got 3 riders for the next in line in case some of the riders do not show up, and that is it's quite crazy. It's the NHR team, the Nissan Husqvarna Racing team. All 3 of their riders. So Musta with 37 points, who these guys also were some of the guys who didn't quite make the night show every weekend, so their points are a little lower. But these boys put in the work, put in the time to start earning points in the mains. So you got Musta with 37 points for the Nissan Husqvarna Racing team, Magenics with 25 points, and Croxy with 21 points as well, or 25 points for Magenics and Croxy with 21 points. So these boys are, you know, they're back there a bit in the points, but at the same time they're on the bubble for finding their spot in the playoffs. And to me, that says just, you know, a lot about that team in general, as it's a new team. And I just think that, you know, that says a lot for them, as 3 of the riders are just right outside that playoff bubble. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, that's a new team in the community, and they've come out hot, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the team, the Nissan Husqvarna team, is sort of a team that's flourished sort of realistically about halfway through the season.
Yeah.
I think it was pretty much a team made for riders who potentially are on teams and got dropped or weren't quite good enough to be on one of the top sort of 3 teams. Good ride. Obviously mechanics, like you said. So yeah, no, for those boys to come in and not have made the night show every round, but just to, like you said, just be on the cusp of, you know, on making the playoff. Like, I think they're a credit to themselves, really, to basically build a team from the ground up midway through the season and put in some of the results that they've been getting. Like, no, hats off to them, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. I think it just says a lot about just the community in general, as we've had, I think, look at that line clips he pulls out. Oh my god, what a line clips he just pulled out there. Anyway, so I think that says a lot just about like our community and our community growing, as we've also had, I think NLM, French Motors, a French team made. Yeah. They've rebranded. They had Pakoto, Skull. I don't know his whole PSN, but he's a newer dude. He showed out for the MXGP of Germany. Had little lap incident, like a lapper incident. We did lap him. Oh, I just got an update on ZR's time. So ZR's lap time is a 1:47.6 at the moment on YBR Swift MX. So I mean, 1:47.6 is quite fast. That's about a second behind Force Matisse. So keep an eye out for ZR, boys. That's good. That's a good ass lap.
He's hauling.
Yeah, he's hauling right there. But yeah, so we got NLM, we got Nistan, his Husqvarna, and we got, there's like one extra team. Oh, that Jibo Racing Squad, who Belgian team. I mean, it's really good to have more teams join this community. And I know we're wrapping up the YBR series, but I know a lot of these YBR riders are just going to go right on over to the EMX series. So it's just good that this community keeps on growing. And, yeah. But we have a few awards that we want to go over. Let me pull those up in our chat real quick. So we want to give just like a few awards out, like a Rookie of the Year award, a Dark Horse award, which is basically somebody that we didn't expect to do as good as they really did. And then a Most Improved Rider award. We're not going to do the Best Team award, just we had that conversation, Adam.
We did.
I think
first one's cool.
Right. And I really do think the Rookie of the Year award, me and you both agreed on it. It's Clipsy. I mean, he's sitting.
Oh, Clip.
He's sitting, you know, P3 right now with 116 points in the YBR series overall.
And he
that's
won
with
a round.
the East. Yeah, and he won a round, and that's with the East and West combined points. So he is sitting P3 right now in the standings, and that is just very impressive. It was between him and Force Matisse, which are these two boys duking it out right now, as you can see. But Force Matisse didn't quite make it to all the rounds racing in real life. Real life racing comes first. It's always cool to have those riders that race, that are really fast in the game and in the video game, and let alone go out and do it in real life too. So that's really cool. But yeah, so we got the Rookie of the Year award goes to Clipsy. The Most Improved Rider goes to Magenics EU. I think that's fair to say. I mean, that dude has put in time. Like he's showed up for YBR races back in 2022, back in 2023. Didn't ever make the main events. Finally, here in 2024, after all that time, all that effort of grinding and putting in his time, he found himself at the night show. Raced his way in as well from the LCQ, which is really crazy to see, really cool to see. I mean, it's just like, you know, it just makes other people happy, you know what I mean, when an underdog does good.
No, 100%.
So the Most Improved Rider award goes to Magenics EU and the Nissan Husqvarna Racing Team, so congrats on that, as all three of those boys are on the bubble on getting in if someone doesn't show up. So that's also really cool. It's like, he is the Most Improved Rider. He's shown a lot of speed this year. His consistency has gone up. It's really, really cool to see that. And it's really, really cool to have him on the bubble, on potentially getting in and racing in the playoff round as well.
100%.
And then I'm just going to go with the Dark. So the Dark Horse Award is basically someone we didn't expect to do as well they did. I would have to say that award has to go to ZR. It was his first year.
Yeah.
It was his first year on a 450. We didn't really know what to expect out of ZR coming into this year. ZR also didn't even really know what to expect out of himself. You know, I've had conversations with him where he would text me and he'd be like, "Yeah, man, I felt like I should have done better," and I would just tell him like, "Man, everyone has bad races. Just don't let it get to your head. We all know the pace that ZR has, right? We all know that ZR can flip a switch and he can change the pace in a race any second. You know, he just has to stay up, do his thing, and let the bike work for him."
I think he's had a lot of bad luck this year as well, of like first turn crashes and coming together with riders. But you know, he's 100%. What's the word? Exceeded my expectations.
Exactly.
I mean, to come in your first season of 450 racing, like these 450 boys are fast, and like, but then ZR isn't no slouch either, like a very, very good and very like established 250 rider. So when I heard he was going 450, I was actually quite excited to see how he'd get on. And yeah, no, of course, award 100% deserves that. Like, I think he's done really well this year, and he should be sort of happy with where he is. But you know, we're racers, we're never happy with where we are.
Exactly, right. You at the end of the day, you always feel like you can do better, and that's what a good rider does, right? A good rider never settles, and that's what ZR does.
A good rider can acknowledge where he made mistakes and learn from them and better them. So,
yep.
Yeah, no, ZR Dark Horse Award, very well earned.
Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations, ZR.
Yeah, congratulations, ZR. Like, well earned, man, and you deserve everything that's coming your way. And I know that you're going to a new team, and you know, I'm excited to see what you do. I'm excited to see what bike you come out in the playoffs. Like, you're like a huge mystery box right now for the community, and you know, I'm loving it. You know, I'm loving it. So, but we'll go over those 3 awards one more time. So, congratulations to Magenics EU on the most improved rider. Finding his way into mains took him years and years to get that pace and consistency to do it, and let alone he did it in the 450 class. So really, really impressed with Magenics EU. Once again, Rookie of the Year award goes to Clipsy. It was a close one between Force Metis and Clipsy, but Clipsy showed up to more of the rounds. Clipsy currently in front of him in the points. That Rookie of the Year award's gonna have to go to Clipsy. Those teammates do duke it out. I'm excited to see what those guys both do come this Sunday. And that Dark Horse Award goes to ZR. So congratulations to those 3 riders on just a really successful season on, you know, individual effort. You know, is just really impressed. So really impressive with the 3 of you boys, and really, really hoping to, you know, potentially get one of those Nissan Husqvarna Racing boys in there if one of the 12 doesn't show up. But we're gonna go over that lobby one more time before we wrap up tonight. Mike Wild will be there, or he's invited. Also the overall points leader. We got Cowboy Cam with 119 points, 21 points behind Mike Wild. Clipsy sitting P3 with 116 points. Force Mathis sitting P4 in the standings with 107 points. Chris Allen sitting P5 with K. Shreves, both sitting at 92 points. Samuel YZB and Shire both tied for P6 with 78 points. You go down to P8, you got ZR Enduant, the fastest Ecuadorian in the game, with 77 points. Hustler King right below him with 74 points. Roy Vandigo with 56 points. And Velt with 48 points. Next in line, if somebody doesn't show up, it will be Musta will be invited with 37 points. After that, Magenics EU with 25 points, and Croxy with 21 points rounds out the top 15 riders in the YBR series. And just really pumped up to you know, wrap up this series. Once again, Adam, it's really fun working with you, and I'm sure you're really excited to call the first ever YBR playoff series, or playoff race. And not only that, but it's a 30-minute moto, so you're going to have a lot to talk about, a lot to cover, a lot of time to you know, just talk about whatever you want, man. So
yeah, no, I'm stoked. thankful to call the shots 100%.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you for getting me back in the booth again. But yeah, so
Do you want
look
to
forward to
just quickly
Sunday.
go over a little bit of your dream race or no?
Yeah, I can sort of go over the dream race. I
Yeah,
mean,
just
I
talk about it real
put it
quick.
out about 3 weeks ago now. I was like, look, do we want a dream race, a 125 dream race? I sort of saw the idea. They do it in America. And I was like, yeah, so I put it out on the Instagram. Like, who wants it? I got a really positive reply back. So I was like, cool, we're going to do it. The tracks were going to be Erne or Maguria. By a landslide, everyone picked Maguria, so we're going there. So that is confirmed.
And you
We
got
are
a date
going
yet or
to
no?
a day. I mean, we're going to go after Sunday. I'm going to see what people feel. I'm going to check through the calendar. I think
Okay.
I'm going to give it a couple of weeks, and then we'll get that all set up. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. Something different, nice, fun little race between this and
The
the
EMX.
start of EMX.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I will get a sign up and a Discord all set up for everyone. So it was literally going to be just open sign ups, get as many people signed up as we can. We'll however many qualifying groups, and then we'll go through every individual time, put everyone on the leaderboard, and then first 12 will be A group, second 12 will be B group, all the way down until we've got as many groups. And then yeah, we're going to go straight into the racing, but every class is going to have a champion. So like I said on my Instagram video, if you haven't watched it already, if you end up in the B group or the C group, don't be disheartened, please still turn up. There is a championship on the line. If you win it, you will be the
And I just want to say as well, like, at the end of the day, it is a one and done thing. It's something just to, you know, fill the time, fill the space before another series kicks off. So if you do want to keep your skill up and keep running with the boys that are gonna be racing for EMX, I'm sure a lot of the EMX guys are gonna use that as just like prep to just see where they are.
Yeah, and also we got just to throw it in there will be a pre-season race, I believe, at the same track for EMX, so we can test out the new format for what Gideon's planning to run the EMX like. So yeah, get signed up for that. I'm pretty sure Gideon's put something in the YBR Discord and on his Instagram to sign up for him. So please, people, sign up for that. Let's get as many people as we can at this pre-season race. And yeah, so we got a bit of time off, and then we got, like I said, my 125 dream race. Then we got the pre-season race for EMX, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be racing EMX and calling in the shots for the 252 stroke with the EMX 2T class. So be good to be back with you again. I'm looking forward to racing. I'm looking forward to ripping two strokes. But yeah, so there's a lot coming up. So anyone, I'm sure you'll promote the hell out of the 125 dream race, as me and you are working together on that, which I'm stoked on.
Super pumped up.
Always nice working together.
Yep.
Yeah, so just keep your eyes peeled on all the socials. Obviously, Shreve, you do a great job with the YBR series, Instagram and OGR. So and there'll be stuff on my personal EMS Instagram and on the EMS team page. So yeah, just anyone who's watching who doesn't know, keep your eyes peeled, get signed up.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all rips and two strokes.
Hell yeah, baby. So that's about all we got for you boys. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first ever playoff show. It's always fun to talk moto, and always fun to add a little bit more of a build up to finishing off this series. And keep in mind, it will be this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time /8 EU, just like all the other weeks. 30-minute plus 2-lap moto. Keep an eye out on the YBR League page for the lobbies, and it will be streamed on the same YouTube by yours truly, Adamaz. And we're going to wrap up this YBR series and go into the off season a bit, and then bang, we'll be right back into racing with that dream race and with some EMX racing. So keep your eyes peeled, boys, for a lot more information to come. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and watching, and we'll see y'all Sunday. Peace.